Hello, it's Saturday the 7th of October and this is the result from last night's Thunderball draw, and this is the chart for machine number 6 and set of balls number 3, because that's the machine that was used, that's the set of ball that was used. These are the numbers that came out, and this is where they were on the chart of frequency versus last occurrence. So 5, one of the least frequent Thunderballs in machine number 6, set of balls number 3. 20 was quite overdue, and 7 was the most frequent out of those 5 that were drawn. 38 was more overdue than 20, but 20 came out, and you'll notice on the main number side of the chart seems to be kind of a diagonal line going from the bottom right to the top left, and it just seems like all the numbers that came out were all along that line. And if you notice also, the most densely populated column on the Thunderball chart is the one where the number came out from. So that's where they were on that chart. Set of balls number 3. The chart for that set of balls looks like that. That's where all the numbers were on the chart just for that set of balls with all machines. And this is where the numbers that were drawn were on that chart. So as you can see, the most overdue was number 20. Now if we look at the chart for number 20, see where the balls were on that chart. That's where they were. If we look at just the Thunderballs and we look at just machine number 6 and set of balls number 3, and look at the entire draw history, it's no different, because they've only been using that machine with this set of balls quite recently. I went for number 8 because it was the most overdue, but that one didn't come out, so that was a mistake to pick that one. So this is the chart for all machines and all sets of balls. Just looking at the Thunderballs, see number 5 there, second most frequent. And if we narrow it down again, you can see, looking at the entire draw history, all sets of balls, just machine number 6, Thunderball number 5 was by far the most overdue. So I guess that explains why Thunderball number 5 came out. So I wonder where it would be on the chart for all machines and just set of balls number 3. There's number 5, second most frequent, at the top of the most densely populated column. So set of balls number 3, machine number 6, that's why the Thunderball number 5 came out. Now if we look at the main numbers, we'll just look at machine number 6. That's the chart for machine number 6. 29, by far the most overdue for its frequency with this machine when you look at all the sets of balls together. So let's see where the numbers that were drawn were on that chart. That's where they were. Now if we look at all machines and just set of balls number 3, let's see where the winning numbers were. That's where they were, 20 most overdue and least frequent, and that's where the other numbers were. Sort of in the dense regions. So the combination of machine 6, set of balls number 3, 20 the most overdue, Thunderball number 5 most overdue as well. If I look at the chart for all machines, all sets of balls, main number 20, Thunderball number 5, that's where the numbers were, 7 and 39 overdue, and that's where the other numbers were. So what we can learn from that is, for the next draw, we should be looking at perhaps the most overdue numbers for the individual machines. So for machine number 5, the most overdue is number 6, which is also most overdue for its frequency. For machine number 6, looking at all sets of balls, 29, most definitely the most overdue and most frequent. So 29 should be coming out pretty soon. Now if we look at those two machines together, that's what the chart looks like. Now it's 22 that's up in that top right corner, looking very overdue for its frequency. And you can see where the other numbers are, and that's a combination of these two machines together. Now if we narrow it down to just the 4 sets of balls that are being used, that's what the chart for the main numbers looks like. That's what it looks like now. So my money's on the same numbers I picked last time. To see what they were, you'll have to watch my previous video about the Thunderball lottery. So let's just have a look at each set of balls. Okay, set of balls number 1, that's where the main numbers are. 20 still most overdue, set of balls number 1, and 23 most overdue for its frequency. Set of balls number 2, 36 most overdue, 33 most frequent. Set of balls number 3, 10 most overdue for its frequency, 2 and 6 most frequent. Set of balls number 4, number 14 very much overdue, 32 and 18 most frequent. So those are the 4 sets of balls that are being used at the moment, and those are the 2 machines that are being used at the moment. Seems like they've been using machine number 6 quite a lot, so maybe they've done with machine number 5 for now, I don't know. So looking at the chart for just the 2 machines that have been used recently and the 4 sets of balls, that's what it looks like. So you can see where the numbers are in relation to each other. So I hope that helps you to pick your numbers. I'll just show you the Thunderball numbers as well. that's where they all are. So number 3, most frequent. Number 8, most overdue. So that concludes this video. Subscribe for the next one, and good luck on the Thunderball draw, which is tonight.